At some point, a person finds themselves standing before emptiness. Nothing is as it was, and no clear path lies ahead. They feel as though they've returned to the beginning, to point zero. Perhaps you've lost your job, a relationship, or even your sense of self. You silently wonder, can I start again? And does starting from zero mean anything other than pain? But the truth is, zero is not the end. It's an invitation to rediscover yourself and rebuild your life by new standards. Sometimes you need to fall apart to rebuild yourself on a stronger foundation. In this episode, we'll talk about those moments that seem dark, but are actually full of opportunity. We'll talk about fear, doubt, and that first step, about how a painful experience can become the starting point for something greater. You don't have to be fully ready to begin. All you need is sincere desire and one small step. That's where the story begins. Starting from zero isn't the end. It's a chance to rediscover yourself. You may feel like you're losing something valuable, a job, a relationship, or even your passion for life. But remember, point zero is just a new beginning, not the end of the road. History is full of success stories of people who started from zero and achieved great things. Let's look at a few inspiring examples. Jack Ma, founder of the e-commerce giant Alibaba, faced repeated rejection when applying for dozens of jobs. He didn't even get hired at KFC. But he didn't give up. He kept pursuing his vision and became one of the richest people in the world. Steve Jobs, the mastermind behind Apple, was fired from the very company he founded. Instead of collapsing, he used that experience as motivation to build other successful ventures and eventually returned to Apple toward new heights of innovation and success. On a personal level, every successful person has faced a zero moment, a turning point that ignited their determination and will to face challenges and achieve their goals. The key message here is that point zero doesn't mean failure. It's a call to reflect, to reassess your path, and to plan for a better future. It's an opportunity to learn from mistakes, discover hidden strengths, and rebuild yourself on stronger, more resilient foundations. Starting from zero can feel scary, especially when surrounded by the negative aftermath of what happened. The feelings of loss, failure, and loneliness can take over. But these feelings are natural. They're part of the healing and rebuilding process. What matters most is how you deal with those emotions and how you turn them into fuel that drives you forward. When you're at point zero, you have complete freedom to choose your next direction. You're not bound by the past or pressured to maintain the status quo. That freedom is a true gift. You can use it to explore new interests, learn new skills, or even change your career path entirely. Think of it as a blank canvas. There's nothing drawn on it yet, which means you can paint whatever you wish. The colors you choose, the shapes you draw, all depend on your vision and creativity. That's the power of point zero. It gives you the opportunity to design your future exactly the way you want it to be. You may need a period of reflection and contemplation, perhaps some time alone, away from daily pressures, to review what happened, understand the reasons, and extract the lessons. This period is not a waste of time. It's an investment in your future. After reflection comes action. Start with small steps. Set realistic, achievable goals and celebrate every small success, no matter how insignificant it may seem. These little victories will boost your confidence and give you the motivation to keep going. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You might have friends, family, or mentors who can offer support and guidance. You could also consider working with a life coach or career counselor. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and self-awareness. Most importantly, believe in yourself.
Believe in your ability to overcome difficulties and build a better life. Every successful person faces challenges, but continues to try, learn, and grow. And you can do the same. Point zero is not an end. It's a new beginning. It's a wake-up call, a call to move and to pursue your dreams. Be like Jack Ma and Steve Jobs. Use this moment as a launch pad toward limitless success. You deserve it. The fear of beginning and the courage to take the first step. Once you understand that starting from zero is not the end, the real challenge begins. How do you actually start? Often, fear is the first obstacle in our path. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of another disappointment, fear of not being good enough. But the truth is, fear isn't an enemy to destroy. It's a sign of life, proof that you still care, that you still want change. Fear never completely disappears. We simply learn to move forward despite it. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start changing, for the right time, the right resources, the perfect circumstances. But that moment rarely comes, because perfection is an illusion. Every great step begins from an imperfect moment, with limited means and simple courage. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? And is that fear greater than my desire to change? In most cases, the things we fear never actually happen, but the things we dream of only require one thing: to take that first step. That small step, however simple, is what changes everything. It could be enrolling in a course, sending a message, writing a plan, or even making an internal decision that you will no longer stay where you are. Don't wait until you feel confident to begin. Start, and confidence will grow along the way. Confidence is not the starting point. It's the result of persistence. Every great achievement began with a moment of hesitation, but its creator chose to move forward despite the fear. That's the difference between dreamers and achievers.
How to take action. Practical steps to begin your journey. Once you make peace with the idea of starting over and learn to manage your fear, comes the most important question: where do I actually begin? The journey of change doesn't require a giant leap, only small, consistent steps. Real transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of steady, repeated actions each day. Here are some practical steps to help you get started. 1. Define your direction clearly. Before taking any step, ask yourself, where do I want to go? The answer might seem difficult at first, but be honest with yourself. Are you seeking professional growth, better relationships, a healthier lifestyle? Clarity is the spark that channels your energy in the right direction. 2. Start with what you have now. Many people delay starting because they're waiting for perfect conditions or tools. But great beginnings don't come from perfection. They come from the courage to begin. Use what's in your hands now, no matter how small. If you don't have money, invest your time. If you lack experience, invest your desire to learn. The key is to start today, not tomorrow. 3. Break your goal into small steps. One reason people give up is that the goal looks too big and intimidating. But when you divide it into smaller stages, achievement becomes possible and easier to track. Start with one small step, then another and another. Soon you'll find yourself halfway there without even realizing how far you've come. 4. Celebrate small wins. Don't underestimate the value of your small steps. Every step counts. Every small achievement means you're moving forward. Reward yourself, acknowledge your progress, and remind yourself that you're improving. Celebrating small victories gives you the fuel to keep going. 5. Learn from failure and don't stop. Failure isn't the end, it's the part of the learning process. Every unsuccessful experience carries a valuable lesson, if you're willing to find it. The difference between those who reach their goals and those who give up is that the former learned from their falls while the latter fear getting back up. 6. Surround yourself with the right environment. Seek out people who encourage you, not those who bring you down. A positive environment is not a luxury, it's the fuel for success. Follow those who inspire you, talk to those who understand you, and distance yourself from sources of negative energy that drag you backward. In the end, remember, the journey of change is not a race, it's a lifelong path. You might slow down sometimes or stumble at others, but what matters most is that you don't stop. Every new day is a new opportunity to take one more step toward your goal and to build a better version of yourself. Don't chase perfection, chase progress. Don't wait for inspiration. Create it through your daily actions. The long road begins with one step, but persistence is what gets you to the finish line. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new content.